Howdy folks, welcome to 20th Century Adventures Artifact of the Week. Today we're going to look at two different hunting knives. So here we have a marbles hunting knife and an Olcut, and we're going to talk a little bit about the differences between the two of them. So this is probably one of the most recognizable knives ever made. This is the marbles hunting knife. This particular version, because of the Bakelite pommel on there and the way the leather handle is stacked, this one's probably from 1949 to 1953. So it's later than most of the stuff that we use here. But this style came out much earlier as the general shape and became kind of the iconic American hunting knife blade of the 20th century. And later would become the famous military K-bar as well, in that same shape. So here we've got, it's kind of a basic woodsman blade shape. It's had a lot of wear on it. You can see it's really been sharpened down over the years. Brass guard, stacked leather handle, Bakelite pommel, and the leather sheath, which has a snap at the top, little belt loop slide on the back. Just generally good all-purpose 20th century hunting knife. Now this one is far more interesting, I think. And I should say this was a gift to me from my employer. It's great to have somebody you work for who knows what you like and appreciates that and is willing to seek it out, because these are not easy to find. But anyway, this is the Olcut, and it was hard to really nail down the exact era on this. I can guarantee that it's late 20s, early 30s for sure. The name does seem to go back as early as 1910, but hard to verify exactly when they were making what knives. But this style certainly fits that period, and I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So we could easily say 1928 to 1930, no doubt. So this is what they call a woodcraft shape, woodcraft knife. And as those of you that are into bushcraft know, woodcraft is kind of the grandfather of that movement. It was going out in the woods and surviving, but it wasn't quite what bushcraft is now. Bushcraft has more of a tactical aspect that woodcraft did not have. So anyway, this is called a woodcraft knife. And that's why it's got the swoop to the blade like it does. You see how it really comes back there. That helps keep your knuckles back out of the way of whatever you're working on. So pretty handy, pretty convenient. It's got a Bakelite handle. It's kind of in a shape of a Scottish dirk. It's got that kind of thistle shape. It's really cool. It feels good in the hand. Just a generally nice knife. This one's nickel plated, so it'll stay shiny all the time. Now the sheath with it says Camper, spelled with a K. I really couldn't find any information about that brand name. There is like an early version of a Coleman camp stove that's called the Camp Cook, both spelled with K. So it was kind of a popular thing to use a K instead of a C in a logo name or something. So I'm guessing that this sheath probably went with some other knife, but I haven't had any luck finding a Camper brand knife out there. So if anybody knows anything about that, feel free to shoot me a message or make a comment. This one's also got space for a belt on the back. Just a really nice, handy, all-around knife. And Olcut actually eventually bought the K-bar name, and they produced the K-bar for a while. So a lot of history there. Great knives. If you've enjoyed this, please give us a like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. We'd like to hear from you, and we'll see you down the road.